on my birthday. And I was in pain after the weekend.
Can you guys scoot in just a little bit so Teresa can, like, Heather, will you slide my chair down a little bit?
This way?
Yeah, just that way I can get us all. We're live right now, by the way. Yeah, go like this way, everybody. Oh, yes, that way Teresa can. Okay, we're all in. Hi, Ron.
Hello.
Okay. Okay. Trish, do you want to call us to order?
Yes.
I brought pins out too if you need one. There's one right up there.
I'm seeing if okay, I would like to bring the Salem Township, Delaware County Advisory Board meeting to open it at 6:04. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is another thing that gives me hives.
Roll call. Trish, here. Teresa, here. Dennis,
Here.
I'm present, and we have Heather present with us too. Okay, you have a copy of your meeting minutes from the first meeting of the year, which was on the 6th. They're double-sided, just so you know. For you guys, I have the one to sign here with the holes in it for the minute book. So you did your officer nominations and all that. We went over 2 meetings worth of minutes. We did just 1 bank rec. You guys approved the EMS electronic training materials. And we did the network switch and the gateway router to improve our network security. And that was it. It was a fairly quick meeting.
It was.
What do I want to say? I
Make a motion?
make a motion to approve the Salem Township, Delaware County Advisory Board meeting as of January 6, 2026.
I'll second that. Teresa, second. Okay, any other questions or corrections or anything?
Nope.
Okay, everybody in favor?
I
Anybody opposed? Okay. The next thing that I have for you guys is that annual financial report that you have in there. Very big, large copy. I brought all of my paperwork with me just in case you guys have any specific questions. What you all will be doing this evening, I have to give to the paper. This needs to be published, the cash and investments combined statement, which is basically just the basic overview. There is a copy of that in your thing. I don't know what page it is though. It will be the one that has like a list of all of our funds, what we began 2025 with, any receipts and disbursements, and then the end of 2025. So we didn't end anything, in the negatives or whatever. What page is that, Trish? Oh no, I don't think that's the right one. Hang on. It should be like your first or second page. Yeah, it is. It's page 2 of your report. So just, yeah. So on the back side of that cover page. Yep. So anyway, rainy day fund, we don't use it. We don't have funds. Township fund, that's the main one for trustee stuff. The excess levy we don't use. Township assistance we do. Reimbursement fund. I don't remember what we use that one for. Oh, it's what refunds and things like that go into. And then we haven't used the COVID-19 fund. The firefighting fund, you'll notice that that's 0 and the Cume Fire Fund is 0. Those are the 2 that we made those transfers out of to put into the equipment replacement fund. The special revenue AFG one, that is where the grant funds for the FEMA grant to purchase all those Motorola radios that we got, went in there, so you'll see that one zeroes itself out. We started with nothing, we got money, we dispersed exactly what we got. The territory general, that's our main fund that we work out of for all the territory stuff. That one is obviously where the bulk of our transactions are. And then our equipment replacement, we started with 23 in it. We ended with 167,000, but that is primarily that 120-ish thousand, more like 140,000 close to that we transferred into it from those other two dormant funds. Payroll deductions is not an appropriated fund or anything, so cash ebbs and flows out of that one. It's more like a clearing fund. We had 8,500 left in it at the end of the year, but if we withdrew like taxes from those last payrolls, and we don't pay them until January, so there's always a little bit of a fluctuation.
What was the special revenue fund? What was that one?
That's the FEMA grant for the Motorola. So then each year I have you guys sign a form that I'm trying to find what folder I put it in. And it is the one that goes to the paper, the newspaper. Oh, right here. So this is the certification one. So Trish, you'll need to sign here as the board chairman, and then down here, so you have two options: received, accepted, and approved, or received, accepted, and approved except for the following parts. So if there was something in it that, say we took exception. So you'll sign here as the board chairman, and then
Right there.
and additionally, you'll sign right here. So what you guys would need to do is basically just make your motions to approve, or I guess approve in part. I don't think we've ever approved in like part of it before, with the exception of that first year when obviously we were transitioning, trying to figure out everything after the special, like the forensic audit that had to be completed for not your term, but the trustee before. So you guys have any questions? It's a really big, intense report. It's all done through Gateway every year.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, you got your board, then you got the fire territory board.
Mm-hmm.
What is this board financially responsible for, and what is the fire territory board financially responsible?
So the territory board is not financially responsible because they're not elected, they're appointed.
Okay.
So they are, I would say, if you compare it to like a business, they would be like your assistant manager,
Mhm.
and then ultimately the final expense is approved. So they're the ones making the recommendations for things as it pertains to expenditures, or,
Then they send it to this board?
and then it comes to this
Oh.
board, yes.
Okay.
So as far as like
Yeah.
fiscal responsibility, this board approves like budgets and things.
Yeah.
The territory board says we would like our budget in this amount,
Okay.
and then they say, yeah, let's do it, and officially pass it.
All right.
And kind of have a great level perspective from all areas
Mhm.
that we may not have seen, that they can bring in, but like I said, this is the end voting place.
The buck stops here.
Buck stops. And we're all responsible if it, unfortunately.
So I have to have this over, I'll get this over to the paper this evening when we're finished, and they'll get a copy of this, and then they do like a graphic design thing where they kind of merge it all into one, and it
And
gets
it's
published,
about
and we'll
that
run
big.
it for X amount of time. I don't know who in South Bend is trying to scam me, but they keep blowing my phone up, sorry.
Our names are in print on page 9.
Do what, Dennis?
Our names are in print on page 9. Oh, it's just a joke.
Oh, yeah, under the disbursements.
Yeah.
Your name was on the back here, Dennis.
Well, this right here, Dennis, is your salary.
Yeah. How many did
You're on it, two different places I saw your name.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I seen it too.
Could I be
Yeah, I did. When did I see that? I don't have my reading glasses on, so I'm struggling.
Then you send this to whoever in the state, and then what happens?
It just gets uploaded to.
And that's all right here is payroll, right? All these people.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, I mean, there might be like a name or two here that, not in this fund though, yeah, if it's in the territory, then it's either we reimburse them, like Mike Waitman has purchased like an alternator before on a weekend for something, and so we might have like reimbursed him, but yeah, most of this is gonna be your payroll if it's under these personal services categories.
So Charles Pugsley, would that be
Yeah, this is all salary, yep, so like even volunteers or whatever are gonna show up, that's a
Okay.
full detail of every expenditure combined to that vendor.
So like here, the Salem Place Apartments.
That would be under the direct poor relief fund.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Township. Okay, here we go to assistance. Okay.
Yeah, and this is basically, like I said, this is a combined statement of everything when you guys are reviewing those, like expenditures and receipts every month on that sheet.
This right here is really kind of cool. How many employees we've got now.
Yeah,
We used to fight to get them.
What is a sub-recipient?
what page are you on?
25.
Are you looking at like grant disbursement information?
Yeah.
It would be if we got a grant, like for the state of community or whatever, and then we were like granting that out to another organization, they would be like a separate.
So summing it up, correct?
Yeah, it would be,
Similar.
yeah, like if we got 100,000 and we gave 50,000 to, I'm just gonna make a rant, but like Daleville Community Schools and then, to a different organization, yeah, we would need to track like who we gave it to, but we kept it all because we spent it on radios.
I think this is interesting. I don't know if I've had this on our report before, but the total number of people needing assistance.
Yep, the TA7. It's on there every year.
Is it? I don't remember
Yes.
seeing that before.
It's a way for us to track and also ensure that hopefully we can continue as a township and getting assistance so that they can
I
see
see that,
like
yeah.
the number of people that those dollars are.
Now, what's
are
this
helping.
mean? Total number of households containing recipients of township assistance?
So there's like a number of individuals, so like if you came in and it's like you, your husband, and a child, 3 people have received assistance, but only 1 household. So it's like how many households, how many individuals,
Okay.
and then it breaks it down. How many are we helping with, utilities? How many are we helping with medical supplies or, whatever the category is.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember reading that before.
Have you had several come in for assistance?
We had 38 last year.
From 24. That was.
Oh, not everybody got it.
Mm-mm.
Not if they don't qualify.
I remember those days, it was
That's
not
the
done.
rule.
Yeah.
It was not done.
If you can meet the rules, then we're okay.
Never forget the one that said, I remember doing it on Christmas Eve. I was going through it because I knew the rest of the days were gonna be, somebody was eating at, Texas Roadhouse 2 or 3 times a week. I started, I'm like, surely, no. And I thought she goes, well, I can't eat cheaper anywhere else.
That's what she told you?
Uh-huh. And I go, this is when we agreed to disagree. And she said a few words and hung up. Okay.
Well, it looks good to me. It looks good to you too.
Well,
So it's
Trina,
just,
you've done an amazing job on this.
Thank you.
so it's
Yeah,
just,
very good.
drop the numbers in, everything else is set up within the.
Yeah, most of it now it's set up where I can just take everything from my Tom's Web and then I run like a procedure and I set my dates and parameters based on whatever they're asking. And then it just creates a text file. I'm uploading it and then I have a printout of it and I'm matching it line by line to make sure everything transferred correctly. There were a couple of little things that, they don't like necessarily classify the type of thing that we paid for or received correct. And so some things like that, but
Because
I've been working on it for 3 weeks.
This has changed since I've been here.
And they add new requirements to it every year.
I think this is interesting. The total number of nights of emergency shelter provided to homelessness, 187 nights.
Yeah, so that pulls from the amount of rent paid for people as well. So if I'm paying rent, it's, a month's rent or half a month's rent or whatever, it's factoring in, 15 days or 30 days or whatever for the number of nights that we've provided for someone to basically keep their house. Because I don't help them until they reach a point where they're past due and out of point of eviction. So.
So is there actually help anybody that was actually homeless? I didn't know if like people
Not
with
this
fires and stuff. I wondered how that worked.
No, all these people have
I don't think I ever did
residents.
either. Because when they're homeless like that, it's hard for them to provide proof of,
residency.
yeah.
Very
Because a lot of them are,
Very different.
a lot of them are afraid, they're traveling through, so they're gonna try, they know the system. Believe me.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, well, if you guys are ready, then someone can make a motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second, we're just-
I'll let Dennis do it, that's fine. I'm gonna do a roll call with you guys, okay?
Yep.
Okay, Dennis,
Here.
yes or no?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Teresa
Yes.
and Trish?
Yes.
Okay. So that is approved. So I'm gonna pass this form down and it is like really important that we sign it in all the right places.
Okay.
So again, Trish, you're going to want to sign here on this line. I'll fill this out right here. This is just Salem. And then you're gonna also need to sign here, only under this option 1. Do you guys need to sign? So Trish and then Dennis and
Right
Teresa.
here.
Yep, here for you and here for you, and then Dennis just here and Teresa just there. Here, Dennis, do you want to start with this? There's the bank rec, and then here is the list of disbursements, Trish, and here, Teresa, is the list of
Just hand me that.
receipts, and all I have right now is December. Once you guys have approved this, now I can do my year-end procedure, close everything up, and roll over officially to 2026 in the books, and then I'll be able to reconcile January. So probably the next time we meet, I'll have both January and February ready for you guys to review all of those.
Okay, this is for you to sign. Dennis and
Trish, here's these, and then on the back page of this one, because this one is the disbursement, so it's always drastically longer, sign, just acknowledging that you've reviewed it. Dennis, you're the only, I think Teresa did the bank rec last month, she signed it, so once you've finished that, then we'll go ahead and sign it. It doesn't require any sort of motion, I just like to give them to you guys.
You said they-
No,
Yeah,
no, you're good.
that's fine.
Pass down and let Teresa sign right under your
It's this
signature.
one right here.
Yeah, so these
You can
3
see it.
documents are the ones you guys need.
I know, you did great.
Yeah, I can see it.
Gracias.
Responsibility.
Where's our chief tonight?
He is working, there's a wrestling match going on, and we provide EMS coverage at the
Oh,
school
okay.
now for like all home sporting events.
Okay.
And so he got school duty tonight. They're doing trainings and
Yeah,
stuff.
I see that,
so-
so I thought maybe he's out there. with
And
the
here
train.
are the minutes, Teresa, do you wanna take these and you can,
Here it is.
those were the January minutes that you guys approved, I just need you to put your Juanita Hancock on there. Mhm. And December's crazy because we have that big end of year payroll.
There's that. Dues, sign.
While you guys are looking over that, I'm just gonna give you an update that again, I'm getting spammed nonstop. That isn't necessarily any sort of approval, I just wanna make you guys aware of it. Last year, we had applied for the fiscal year 2024 assistance to firefighters grant, and we had gotten approved, it was to purchase the hoses. Those disbursements, now that the next fiscal year has closed out, they'll start making those disbursements soon. They notified us that we were awarded the $29,000 that we had applied for to purchase it. So Bud has already ordered that hose, and we had already paid like the Ohio first responders for their grant services and all that, but just to give you an update, now that disbursement should be here
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, yeah, that's just you.
So that's good news. We'll be able to get those hoses, and they are looking at the upcoming FEMA grant. I don't remember if it's assistance to firefighters or if it's like an equipment one. I can't remember, but they're looking at some possible options and whether or not it would be a good idea for us to apply or maybe take a year off since we've gotten it, 2 consecutive years in a row now for the radios and then for the hoses. And there's a match to them as well. I think it's like a 12% match maybe is what we have to do.
12%.
So anyway, they're reviewing that, and if there does end up being some sort of project, we'll call a territory meeting and have them review it and then send their recommendation on to you guys. And then obviously there would have to be an approval of like Ohio first responders, whatever their expense is for going for the grant, if there's a project that's worth applying for right now. Do you guys have any questions about the financial reports?
If there's money on the table, I think we should go. I know, but we're.
Yeah, there's a risk to it as well though, because we have to pay upfront, whatever
12%.
to the people, and then the programs, when they're federal like that, are very specific. So if we're not in need of something that will also have the grant like match funds for, then we may not spend the, $5,000 or $6,000 or whatever it is to have their service to write it in the hopes that we get it based on whatever the project is. So they're supposed to be bringing some of that information to see what the options will be for the upcoming grant cycle.
They charge you a percentage to write the grant.
Yeah, so it's like a flat services fee, and then if we're awarded, it's a percentage of the award. If we're not awarded, I wanna say it's like $500 or something like
So you
that.
pay regardless. whether you
Exactly,
get it or not.
yes, so that's why it's like, we
Yeah.
need to need it, and we need to be pretty confident that we're gonna secure
Yeah.
it. And
Okay.
then whatever it is, most of it, there's somewhere between a 10 and a 20% match on it, depending on whatever federal program it is.
Mhm.
So how much does because I see this is ours right here.
Mm-hmm.
That, is it 1,000? They
Mhm.
get 1,000, okay.
Yeah. Are those signed? Do you want me to take those? Oh, if you haven't signed it, that's fine. I just didn't know if you wanted me to take it.
That's what I used to do for a living.
Did you guys sign
Federal
that one?
state grants.
Oh, dude.
No, you know about them.
For 40 years.
Did you guys sign the back of that, the very last page?
Yeah,
I
I,
don't know what
Teresa,
I don't know what I know about that.
Teresa, you and Dennis can sign this.
All right, Dennis, you sign it and pass it over.
Because things change, so.
While Trish finishes that, one more thing. So we're gonna start a discussion with the Daleville Redevelopment Commission. They would like to help us fund, we've talked about having a financial study and like a capital plan or like a 5-year plan for us for a while.
Yes.
But they're expensive. Like there's just no two ways about it. $10,000 is Keyser Consulting Group. They did our 5-year park plan and were really fantastic and super easy to work with. And they're 40 to 50% cheaper than like Baker Tilly and some of those. Not that there's anything wrong with Baker Tilly, we just don't have Baker Tilly money. So they put this together. This says October of 2024. This is the same date from when they did ours. I think when they started the park one, so the date just wasn't changed. This is a sample contract. I don't need you guys to approve anything right now. I think the redevelopment commission for Daleville is going to agree to pay for this for the township. And so what it would entail is review and analysis of our historical financial data, evaluation of our current funding sources, expenditures, and operational costs, consultation with township officials and fire department personnel, forecasting for operational and capital expenditures over 5 years, development of a strategic 5-year capital plan, which will include funding recommendations and prioritization of certain capital needs, collaboration with department leadership, municipal officials, community stakeholders, preparation and delivery of a written report summarizing findings, analysis, and recommendations, and then a final report will be in our possession. So we will have that. And then it really is going to be almost a roadmap to kind of help us see where we stand, what our potential would be. I mean, most of our apparatuses are very, very old, and we're replacing things as we can when we get the funding to do so and as responsibly as possible. So this is really going to help us look at like, hey, what kind of funding do we have when the time comes that the rescue truck is going to need to be replaced, because it's 30 years old. And anyway, so that's kind of what this is for. And so they're going to review this. In the event that they do agree, then we would come back to you guys and we would do a resolution to match theirs, basically to accept that money from them, much like we did when they gave us the money for the building back there. So I don't want to say for sure, but it sounds like this is not a problem for them, and that's right in line with how economic development money should be spent. And our township encompasses the town of Daleville and surrounding areas, so there are plenty of, TIF, what's the word I'm looking for? Money makers or whatever that should be shared appropriately among the district, and we are in the district. Questions?
Really? Why are these, why are these amounts? Oh, no.
That's based on higher tax.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your net.
When is the next fire territory meeting?
We're gonna talk about that. We need to set one for them. Yeah,
Ron was asking me, and I'm like,
What's that?
Yeah.
fire
They
territory.
haven't really had a reason to meet yet because we're not technically until we finish the AFR into the new year and budgets and expenditures and all that for the territory. So now that we can get rolled, we can start looking at what we have, what our needs are, what needs, I don't know, repaired, pump tested, purchased, whatever. So we'll do that, and they'll need to hold their organizational meeting, choose their leader, all that. Where's the rest of the bank rec? Oh, it's right here.
Well, thank you for doing such a good job,
I
Trina,
know.
Heather. Excellent.
Thank you.
You're a very good job.
Heather is great. It would not be
Yes.
possible without her.
Thank you, you did a great job.
Is this yours?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
What?
This is yours, honey.
Yeah, you guys switched folders.
I got mine here.
Okay, I don't have any other new business or anything. So we can move to public comment.
And then we
Good.
are closed now for 2025, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in and maybe even roll us tonight, depending on time. I'm a little hungry.
A little hangry.
Maybe, maybe just a little bit. I had yogurt for lunch.
Oh, yeah, you're starving.
You're starting to.
No, she is. No, I just came from Tiger Vine.
Okay, so next territory meeting date, obviously I think Dennis, you stayed on the territory, right?
I'm not on
Did you do it too?
Am I on it? No, I appointed
No, no,
Ron.
Yeah, so wait, it's Dennis, my mom, and Ron.
it. Let me,
Okay, so then with only two of you, how about I don't know if I have your cell number or not. But I wanna send out a group chat to you guys and see when we can meet, but as for you guys, I know everybody's gonna kind of start getting into travel in March and stuff. Some people might be moving around.
I thought I was gonna be laid up with my nieces and they canceled it.
So I am gone at a conference the 17th to the 19th
Of March.
of March, yeah. We don't want to set it right now. I can text you guys and we can try to.
Teresa can share her contract, my contact.
Okay, will you text me his number then, please?
22nd is my anniversary, so I got
Well, that's a Sunday, so I won't be.
Yeah, it's a real one.
Okay, well then let's just do that and let's touch base about it, because my kids have 2 weeks of spring break. I know for sure
Let's
we're
keep
not
it
doing
March
anything.
again.
Yeah, I would like to, if possible, try to do it sometime, like maybe either the 10th or the 12th, like that Tuesday or Thursday, that second week of March. And then
I think I'm gonna be out of town 11th and 12th.
Okay, so maybe the
I'm not
10th
gonna
then.
do the
Yeah,
12th evening.
the Tuesday,
What time
yeah.
you thinking?
If we did it, we usually have you guys meet at like 6 and then we have the advisory after that. If we do too
think
much
I'm
later
gonna
than
do
that,
this.
it puts us to close to 8 o'clock sometimes.
Is that a Tuesday? Oh, well, it
The-
can't be a second Tuesday though, because that's when I have my,
The 12th is a Thursday.
I'm in Indianapolis 11th and the 12th.
Well, what if we do the 10th instead? Oh, shoot, that's when the town council has their meeting.
that's the second Tuesday. And I
Yeah.
have my development.
I don't know. I'll send out a text
12th
because,
of the evening probably would be okay.
okay.
Is it the week before?
I mean, that's next week.
Oh.
Yeah,
And then
that just won't give me any time
Right.
to prepare or roll or
12th of
anything.
March.
Let's leave it. Let's leave it TBD. I will go get everything rolled, start working on some agenda items, and then we can touch base. And if you think you could maybe do the evening of the 12th, we could do that.
I'll probably be good on that one.
I was gonna say, or, I mean, I'm going the 17th to the 19th, but we could do it on the 16th. It's a Monday. I think I'm gonna switch my office hours anyway, simply because I'm gonna be in French Lick. So I won't be here to have office hours. So if we need to do that, I'll put a couple date options in there.
Alright. Who's
Okay.
on from the town?
Brandy and Adam, yeah, they kept the same people. So really, you are the only change to the territory board. Okay, you guys good? Do you wanna go ahead and motion to adjourn?
Motion adjourned.
A second.
Teresa was the first, Dennis is the second. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Anybody opposed? 6:37 PM. Will you hit stop?
Never surprised me with that.
Yes, and